All right, guys, so we've got our optic mounted, it's level, our eye relief, our cheek weld, everything's good to go. Now it's time to get to the range and zero this setup. However, I've been to the range and I have watched guys just get frustrated. Before you know it, they've put 40 rounds through their rifle just trying to get it zeroed because they missed one simple step, and that is bore sighting. Now, there's a traditional way of bore sighting, but then there's a faster, more accurate way of bore sighting, and that's using the real Avid Viz-Max. So this is a green laser. It's magnetic on the tip or on the end here, and we're going to put it on our muzzle. Turn on the laser. It's going to point down range at 25 yards. It is daylight friendly, but if you need, we do have a reflective target that can stick on there. So we're going to throw that on there. We're going to get behind our rifle. I'm going to look down range, and I'm going to see that I need to dial my reticle a little bit down and to the left. And I am now, my crosshairs are close to being on the green at 25 yards. So we can remove the laser. We'll throw our mag in, we'll rack it, and we're going to take our first shot. We're going to rack the bolt out. We're going to look, see where we're at, make any final adjustments if we need to, and then we'll take our second shot. Usually on the second shot, you are right at your point of impact if you've needed to make any adjustments. So typically I tell everybody, if you use Viz-Max, you're on paper at 25 yards in 2 shots, and now you can start running this out to your 100-yard zero, or if you want to run 200-yard zero, whatever it is, you're on paper, very easy to do, and you should be zeroed within 5 to 6 rounds. Now, if you don't have a Viz-Max, there's a couple other ways to do it, but bolt guns and ARs are typically the easiest. You can't do it on the lever action, and that's going to be the traditional style of bore sighting. Now, on a chassis gun, a little bit more difficult. We can't just pull the bolt out. Got to run it out to the back. Now we've moved our cheek weld, so we're going to have to go back and adjust our cheek weld to be good. So I have to look through the muzzle, and I'm going to see that the muzzle is on target. If it's not, I'll adjust it a little bit. Now I'm going to look into the glass, and I may need to go up, down, right, left, doesn't matter. I may have to adjust the reticle of the optic to be on paper. So you just confirm those are good. We're gonna put the bolt back in, fix our cheek weld, because everything has to be perfect when we make that shot. And we'll take a shot and see where we're at. Sometimes we're on paper, sometimes we're not, because we bumped something as we were moving it around. That is the traditional way to bore sight. If you get good at this, you can actually save yourself a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of frustration. So either way you do it, the Viz-Max or the traditional bore sighting will work great for you, but this is a necessary step to take before we actually start to get our perfect zero. So you may be sitting at home thinking, bore sighting is not worth it. I know a lot of guys that have shot some bigger calibers. We're talking about 3-inch Win Mag, 338 Lapua, things like that. If that rifle's not set up to be user-friendly, those shots start to hurt and you start to flinch, and every time you flinch you're throwing that shot. So bore sighting will take a lot of that flinch away to make sure you're on paper and you can be zeroed a lot faster. So typically, guys, I'm going to run the Viz-Max at my house and get my rifles and pistols bore sighted at the house, and then once that step's done, it's time to get to the range. So let's go over to the range with this 308 and get it zeroed and ready for the hunting season.